We're live, Adam. Assalamu alaikum to everybody watching at home, and assalamu alaikum to Mr. Adam Afghan.
Walaikum salam. What is going on?
How are you, Adam?
Alhamdulillah. I'm all good. I'm all
What an
good.
absolute treat. We did an episode together of Freshly Grounded a few weeks back that we've just released yesterday, and also you're now making an appearance for the second time with yours truly.
It's destiny. It's destiny.
Must be an absolute honor.
It is an honor. To be honest, the honor is all mine, or whatever that's saying.
So this is my second live stream that I've done on my YouTube channel, and the reason I basically did another the reason I started the live stream is because, as you know, with Freshly Grounded having to bring it home, I had all of the equipment to be able to do a live stream, and I thought, oh, I want to do one on my personal YouTube channel as well, and so I thought to myself, what could I do a live stream about? And me being my creative self, decided I'm going to do a Ramadan live stream every now and again, reflecting on Ramadan. And again, being creative and doing what nobody would have thought of, I went with the least cliche name ever, Ramadan Reflections. And then I thought, hold on a second, no, Faisal, probably everybody has the name and uses the name Ramadan Reflections because it's the go-to name. Literally everybody in this industry has used the name Ramadan Reflections. And so I thought, how can I put my own spin on it? And I decided to call it Ramadan Reflecting.
That's
You're welcome.
Nice move.
Yeah. And it's nice to have you on here, actually, because on the Freshly Grounded channel, obviously, we just aired the episode that you and I did together, but that was actually shot a couple weeks ago, just before Ramadan, maybe I think like the day or 2 days before Ramadan. And so we made a few predictions in that episode of what our Ramadans will be like. And I think, do you know what, actually, my microphone could be a lot better. There we go. Is that better? There we go. Is that better? I was using my laptop microphone, but why not use the microphone that's should be connected? I'll ask people. Actually, let me listen to it myself on my stream. Sorry, guys. I think. Do you know what? Actually, my microphone was absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
There we go. Is that better? There we go. Yeah, that's better though. All right. Anyway, so we made a few predictions on that episode, and so I thought, why don't we now discuss them? So one of the things we discussed is kind of how our Ramadans will go, and the first thing that I want to ask you, Adam, is you mentioned that you're not going to give up coffee for Ramadan, and I mentioned that I am going to give it up for 30 days. So first I'll come to you. Are you still having a coffee every day?
No, I just don't drink it, because what's the point? Like, what's the point? Like, what say?
But you said you would drink it.
What's the point of having coffee? What's the point? Why would I have a cup of coffee now? It's a nice cup of coffee. I'm gonna go to sleep in a bit, then wake up again, then go back to sleep again. There's no point. But like, I thought I would. No, there's just no point. Have you given it up?
So I said that I would give it up for 30 days, and I lasted about 1 day, and I've been drinking coffee every single evening. So we've gone the opposite. You said you wouldn't give it up, and I said I would.
Why are you drinking coffee? What advantage in this dunya does it give you?
There's many advantages to drinking coffee. Some I would not mention on live stream, and others I'm happy to talk about. And one of them is that obviously you're a bit more alert. And the nights. So the other thing that we discussed basically on the episode was that I was saying that, you know, I'm planning to sleep a bit in the night and stuff, and I have been doing that. But also I do try and get a few like things in during the evening. So one of them being like I try to read a few pages of Quran, obviously throughout the day, and then in the evening I need to top up some. So I do that before I go to sleep and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm an addict, I guess, and that's what addicts do. They make promises that they're gonna stop their addiction, and they don't. Yeah. But I'm happy to. But I'm admitting my addiction, and that kind of feels nice and wholesome. So you're welcome.
That's pretty nice, but for me, the addiction is like the morning routine. So like I can't even have water in the morning. There's no point in me having coffee. Like in the evening, I'm like, should I have a coffee? No, there's no point because it will just mess up my sleeping routine. My stomach's already messed up because of my stomach is just messed up in general because of my diet's terrible. So coffee would just make it a million times worse.
But doesn't coffee? Okay, let's discuss it in a roundabout way because we're gonna use gentleness. We're gonna dance around the topic and we can be polite about it. But does coffee not help a person's stomach in Ramadan? Because I'm already getting started in this discussion actually. Because when you're fasting, you're not eating as much, and so it helps speed up the metabolism. Yeah, I think I did a good job at that.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I drink it to make me not fall asleep, but I want to go to sleep, so I don't drink it. That's my kind of situation. And yeah, that's it. I just can't bother to drink it because I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, fair. I mean, that's a solid enough shout. So in that, this video is called Ramadan reflecting, as opposed to the everybody's usage of reflections. How has your reflect on Ramadan for me, bro? How has it been for the last 11 days?
So I actually took your advice. So I remember you were in the pocket of Fresh Uganda, you were talking about like the small what's wrong with me? Allah likes the small, like consistent actions, right?
Yeah. Allah loves actions that are consistent, even if they are small.
Even if they're small, exactly. So were you saying, I wanted to try and pray Tarawih every single day, 4 rak'ah, every day. And I have done that, alhamdulillah, because...
Alhamdulillah, what a blessing.
Small enough to manage, because sometimes you're thinking, because you've just eaten, you're just like, I'm tired, everything hurts a little bit, and you want to pray, but 8 plus is like a lot. So 4 is like a good one. You kind of get that kind of, you kind of get it in, and it's good. It's a good feeling when you finish. Like I've done what the minimum I need to do, and any more is extra. Alhamdulillah. So,
but I think that's great, man, and alhamdulillah, I feel quite honoured that you took that from what I suggested, because inshallah, if I was sincere, I may get a portion of that reward without taking it away from you. So definitely glad about picking up some points, some extra points that I wasn't aware of. I'll tell you something that's made me think of this, something that can hopefully benefit us all. And it's a conversation I had with a brother a couple of years back, and it reminds me, you know, it's a bit of a long story, so I'll try my best to refine it a bit. But it's to do with what you just mentioned about the fact that sometimes it's about doing those deeds that are manageable, so that we don't fall off of them. And you know, just like we mentioned that, you know, perhaps it's better to do 4 rakat Tarawih at home every night and do that for 30 days straight than to do 20 rakat one night and then miss a week because you're so put off or tired by it. And you know yourself best. If you could do 20 rakat every night or 8 rakat and then 20 nights, it's amazing. But as we mentioned, that Allah loves the deeds that are consistent even if they are small, and perhaps it's better for you that at least you're praying every single night, right? And picking up some reward. And so to do with that, something came to my mind, and it's when I first started practicing. So Adam, I don't know what if it's like an Afghan culture, but especially in my culture, I think what's quite prominent is that when you're brought up, or I was brought up being told basically that the sunnah prayers, like the 4 rakat before dhuhr, the 2 rakat after dhuhr, the 2 rakat before fajr, the 2 rakat after maghrib, etc. We were brought up to almost believe that these are almost obligatory. Like if we weren't taught that they were obligatory, almost like so close to obligatory where it's like you can miss these sunnah on an extremely rare occasion, right? So when I started practicing, or like taking my religion more seriously, I should say, I started hanging around with a lot of brothers who also took their religion seriously, and I would pray with them, and I would clock that they would only pray like 4 rakat for dhuhr and like 3 rakat for maghrib sometimes, and I'd be like, raw, like these guys are like more religious than the people who I've been brought up around. But yet all my life I've been like, if I've been praying like for dhuhr 4 rakat, 2 rakat, like on it, right? And And so what happens is when you learn about your religion more, you learn things that Allah has made your religion easy for you. Those sunnah are not obligatory. They're not obligatory. But it's great to do them, right? But one of the dangerous things I found in me becoming more practicing was that in realizing those kind of things, I kind of slow down on my sunnah prayers, which is actually perhaps a bit negative because I know that they're not obligatory, right?
Yeah.
And so in trying to pick them up, I got advice from a brother who mentioned something really beautiful to me. He said to me that what he started doing to improve his, and this is a brother who like is really like much better than I am, and what he decided that he would do is he would pray the bare minimum of the sunnah, right, after his fard salah, so that he could get in the habit of praying sunnah again. So as we know, what are the bare minimum of salah is that you can just pray your Fatiha. Instead of doing a surah after Fatiha, you can just do your sujood, and you can say Subhana Rabbiyal Azim once. You can, for example, all of these little steps, right, that like, what is the obligatory needed for a salah to be accepted? And he started with that in his sunnah. So his sunnah became very quick. He could pray like 2 rakat sunnah in like 1 minute because you're just doing Fatiha, Subhana Rabbiyal Azim, like going just doing a bare minimum. And what that done is that even though those actions weren't the best in terms of he wasn't praying like a long, slow salah with like all of the sunnah of the prayer, he was starting to implement the sunnah prayers in, and I think that was a really good habit. That was a really good way of bringing in that habit of praying the sunnah and prayers again.
Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. Like sometimes I would just do the obligatory stuff, and then I would feel bad because I'm like, the sunnah is there for a reason. It's like a reward there, which I'm not taking like by the reins almost. It's there, and you know what I would do? I would pray, let's say three fard maghrib, right? I would do that, and I would just go sit and watch TV. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I could literally spend an extra 5 minutes praying the 2 sunnah, and that's the extra reward. And it's like that extra reward, that habit is so important because, like, even let's say after Ramadan, our habits, you want them to stay. Like say for example, you read a couple of pages of Quran every night, even 1 page, half a page, a couple ayah, like something. But as long as you take that with you after Ramadan and you keep going with it, that habit will stay, and you won't feel right unless you completed that habit, which is a blessing to like have that like that ibadah kind of habit going on.
No, agreed 100%. We've just got a question pop up that I'm going to chuck on the screen, and I don't know if you can see it. It says, Adam Afghan, is Afghan your real surname?
Yes, wallahi, it's my real surname. I don't know what I don't know the history behind why, but it is my real surname. Yes, that is my real name. That's not. There you go.
Congratulations. That's a nice surname, man.
Alhamdulillah.
But it would be weird if you weren't Afghan.
It would be strange. But no, there's probably like some history behind it. I've got to like dig into it and like ask like distant family members and why it is. It's probably I don't know why, but yeah, that's.
It would have been because do you know what it is, bro?
Mm.
The history behind it is because you're Afghan.
I think that is it. I think that.
No, it literally is. There's absolutely no denying it, because I remember when I was younger in school, they taught us that that people's surnames come from like what their forefathers used to do, and that's why you'll find people like right now like. People's last names in this country are like Baker, for example, because like one of their forefathers was a baker. And if you think about it, like we have like a similar tradition in like Islam where someone will be called like Adam Afghani, like so Adam from Afghanistan, and so someone probably in your family was like known as Afghani and then became Afghan, their surname.
Yeah, true. I always thought I might have been from like just to keep, because of like the migration of like Afghans to Pakistan and like Afghans to everywhere around the world. It was like just to keep the heritage somewhat. That could be. I actually don't know. I've got to look into it, but no, it's a common thing. Like another one, blacksmith. Like Smith is like from blacksmith.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I think there's Baker, Smith, blacksmith. Nobody's last name is builder, is it, or plumber?
No, he's an electrician.
Yeah. Imagine like a really weird job that someone's like forefather had like back in the day, and how they stuck with that name, like Adam dishwasher repairman.
Dishwasher repairman. Sky plus installer. Like
especially with all of the weird jobs that the odd jobs that exist now that like never used to exist back in the day. Like
Talk engineer, BT, OpenReach. They're amazing. What a surname, Mr.
No,
OpenReach.
now jobs exist that didn't used to exist before. Being a social influencer could be a job, right? Imagine like someone's name like Adam Social Influencer. For my granddad was a social influencer.
Imagine that. I wonder what it's going to be like. I always want. Did you ever
UX
do
researcher.
did you ever do one of those time capsule things? You know, when you get like a tube and then you dig a hole and you put stuff from like the current time in. So like in 200 years, someone will dig it up and they'll be like, "Oh, this is from 200 years ago."
Oh yeah, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. The thing is, I that's the kind of thing that I would enjoy doing, but I will never be alive to see the person open it. So what's the point?
What's the point? And you won't even get like a notification saying your thing was dug up. We will be dead. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's great, but yeah, yeah.
Have you been keeping up with fitness in Ramadan?
No,
Really, none at all.
not at all. It's hard, man, because you know what it is? It's like, because we're stuck at home as well. It's like I just can't bother to do a lot of things anymore. I was getting really, really lazy. And like what about you? Have you been? I just saw you skipping. You did some skipping.
I skipped today for the first time. I did some exercise for the first time today in Ramadan because today I worked. Normally I work from home in quarantine, but today I took it a step further and I worked from bed. But I realised that I worked from bed all day.
Well,
and then I was like,
why are you saying work from bed, not the bed or my bed? You're just saying bed. Work from house.
because you don't say work from the home or work from my home. You say work from home. So work from bed. So I worked from bed today, and I was like, hold on a second. I've worked an entire day, and I haven't done anything at all. I didn't go on a walk or anything, and so I forced myself to skip, and I only skipped for a few minutes, but it was something in it, and I felt good about it. But it's very hard to exercise. I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna do it again. I think I'm just gonna try and do a walk every day or something if I can.
Walk's nice. I mean, walk's nice. Like, yeah, walk's nice. But then sometimes I'm like, you get used to this because you can't walk very far in London. So it's like walk around the block. This is boring after you do it every day for like half an hour. But skipping's difficult, and because it's like, what's really happening to your body? Are you like maintaining anything? Are you getting better? Are you getting fitter? I always put on weight in Ramadan.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just put on weight, even though I'm probably eating less calories, just putting on loads of weight. Feel awful.
It's because you psychologically think to yourself, I haven't eaten all day, so I'll have like a dessert. Whereas in a normal working week, I don't know why I mentioned working week. This could also be in a non-working week. You would have maybe one cheat day, right? So you're eating a dessert on a Friday every week, but all of a sudden in Ramadan that becomes you can have a cheat day every day, a cheat meal every day.
That's true. Can you eat a whole family-sized pizza? Because I did that.
Today?
I did that yesterday.
I
did it. It was so good.
Not in Ramadan. I may be able to, but not in Ramadan. No way.
Not in Ramadan. So I did it. I ordered it. Didn't even have suhoor. I just ate it. I was watching anime, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." It was amazing, to be honest. That's like my ultra cheat: pizza, TV, good sleep.
Ooh, that sounds nice. I remember when I was in university, I finished my dissertation, and I had the whole house to myself because it was one of those. It was like the summer holiday, so that everyone had gone back home, and so I was the only one in the entire house. And because I had to finish my dissertation, and it was like 12,000 words. When I finished it, I was there by myself, and I ordered one of those family-size Domino's meals, like, you know, the ones where you get like a large pizza, a drink, a dessert, like all these snacks. I ordered the whole thing and sat in bed and just ate the entire thing, bro. I treated myself. It must have been so many calories.
You know what I was thinking about this, and with like, I think in this lockdown situation, like a lot of people are talking about self-care and practicing self-care and stuff like that, because we have to try and make the most of the situation. And for me, self-care is like eating the food I like, is watching the stuff I like. And like, for example, treating yourself. Like me eating pizza in bed, watching TV is like the most self-care. That is like me caring for myself. I'm not caring about anything else except myself in that moment. So that's what I'm trying to do as well, but not get really fat.
Is that self-care though, bro? Because long term, are you not damaging yourself?
um, Once in a while, but to be honest, no, you're right. No, I can't advocate for pizza every day. But like, do you know what I mean? When you're feeling like
No,
that,
you're right. Once in a while.
you know when you get like extra low, like the lockdown's rubbish. Sometimes you're just, oh, when is this gonna end? You know what? Treat yourself.
Let me eat myself. Let me eat my sorrows away.
Eat my sorrows away, and then you know what? You feel disgusting afterwards, and you're like, I'm never doing that again. And then you feel like, actually, maybe healthy food is good for me. That's exactly.
Oh, so it's like a reverse psychology way of making yourself better psychologically.
It's like you have to eat. You have to realize. You have to like go look within yourself and realize that this pizza is absolutely disgusting. Why did I do this to myself? And then
let me ask you a question about self-care, because we're talking about self-care. Would you buy yourself an Eid gift, and will you be buying yourself an Eid gift?
1,000,000 times yes. I buy myself, like I wouldn't even know it's like restricted to Eid. I would just be like, do I buy myself gifts all the time? I'd be like, treat yourself.
So you recently bought yourself a £90 cane mask. Can I just ask for the people in the comments, if you've watched the Freshly Grounded episode, what did you think of Adam's cane mask and his purchase? Do you think that he absolutely wasted his money, or do you think not? But in the meantime, while people reply, in terms of our Eid gift, so I'm talking specifically about Eid gift. I'm glad that you buy yourself a gift whenever you fancy it. Allahumma barik, but I don't think I buy myself things very often at all. I can't think of the last thing I bought myself, like for literally just for me. Yeah, I can't. But anyway, I'm planning to buy myself an Eid gift. I'm not gonna lie. I'm planning to buy myself an Eid gift because I think I deserve it. I deserve a present for myself, and so I've decided what I'm gonna buy myself.
Go on.
And it's one of 3 things, and I can't specifically mention them in detail, in fear that my wife is watching, which she probably isn't, because I believe that she is asleep, but in fear that she's watching, because I don't want her to buy it for me, because I'd feel bad, because they're expensive, actually, what I'm about to say. But I want to buy them because I never buy myself a gift. And so what do you think that are like the qualities of a gift? What constitutes a gift? Because I'm quite passionate about what a gift should be.
So for me, it's something the individual is passionate about. Like for example, if someone bought me a really expensive jumper, I'll be like, that's great, but I'm not passionate about jumper or clothes. If someone bought me like a TV, or like, I don't know, a bigger TV, like I'm like, wow, I'll use it. Do you know what I mean? It's something that I can really like, oh my god.
No, agreed.
You care. You're like, you know me. You know what I like. You know what.
They thought about it, right?
If they thought about it and they really kind of got into your heart and was like, let me look around in here and see what you like. Take that. Like, do you know, they like did their research and they were like, this is why this gift is meaningful to you.
Yeah, I agree. I think the worst gift that you can give someone is like a Lynx, like a body wash set or something. I think that's the least thoughtful gift. And so I agree. So I want to buy myself a gift, but I don't want to. What's the word? I don't want to. I can't think of the word, but I give up on the things that constitute a gift, right? Some of them I have to, because I think that a gift should be a surprise to the person. They shouldn't have expected it. It should be thought, but I can't, that is out of the window because it's me. I can't surprise myself. But it should be something that's like thoughtful, that you think they would actually use. Like, for example, I was gifted like something like an outfit once, like that I would never wear, but then, and it was quite expensive, but then I was gifted a Quran stand once, and it was like way cheaper, like maybe like a £5, but or 20 quid. I really appreciate the Quran stand because I needed one, and I'm using it like every day. Exactly. So the second thing is that it should be useful to the person, and they're going to use it. The third thing, I think, Adam, is that person wouldn't buy it for themselves generally, they wouldn't generally buy that thing for themselves, and so that's what makes a gift, right? So I can't surprise myself, but I can get myself something that I'm going to use quite a bit, and I can get myself something that I would never normally buy for myself. E.g., I would never buy designer clothes, really. I would never really buy designer clothes. I just don't spend money on myself for designer clothes because I don't see the need to. I think they're quite expensive, and unless like I'm getting a discount or something, I just don't get myself like designer clothes. So, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. And so a good gift for myself would be, for example, like a designer hat or something like that, which normally I wouldn't ever spend on myself. So with that being said, here are one of my gifts that I'm going to buy myself. I'm either going to buy myself, actually it's one of two. I'm either going to buy myself this hat that I found that I quite like, and it's like a luxury brand which I would never spend money on myself like that normally, but it's a gift, and it's my first ever gift to myself. It's my first ever Eid gift after 26 years, right? So that's either that, or the second one, this is going to sound really sad, is a pair of designer glasses, but not like sunglasses, like eyeglasses, right? And they look, yeah, because I'm going to wear them every day. So these glasses they look a lot like these, but they're a brand, one of the big brands, which I really want to mention, but again, I'm not going to, because I'm worried that someone will buy it for me. But it really, really nice glasses, and they look just like that. And I think that I'd literally use them every day because I have to wear glasses every day. So I'm going to buy myself one of those two. Both are around the same price, to be honest. So now it's just like either or. I can't buy both because that would be like spending £400 on myself. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to my gift, and I don't know what I'm going to get myself yet.
Oh, Matt, like, why don't you get? Okay, let's say, forget gifts. When you want to buy something for yourself, do you do that often? Like, just get something for yourself. When you see something, I actually want that. I want to buy. No, actually, I want to get a milkshake. That's a gift. I would say that's a gift to myself. Oh, I really want to. I feel like a milkshake. I feel like a coffee from a coffee shop that's quite expensive. Gifts. I want a nice pair of tracksuit bottoms. Gift.
Yeah, see, I don't do that. I'll buy necessities. Like if, for example, my tracksuit bottoms have ripped, and then I'll like grab myself one. But I don't consider that a gift because I'm getting out of necessity. A gift like would be, again, like I said, it'd be something that I wouldn't know. I think one of the conditions of a gift, right? If we're talking about the shurut of gifts, yeah, one of the conditions of a gift, I believe, has to be that person would not normally get that for himself. And I would normally buy myself a new pair of tracksuits if I need to, stuff like that. So, you know, I think that has to be like that.
Okay. Oh, actually, that's true. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing it, like, okay, you earn money, you work very hard, you work hard for your money. You should be able to get yourself some nice stuff. You should be able to think to yourself, you know what? This life's hard. This is a little bit of happiness I get just to make myself kind of like look forward to something or something like that. I feel that people should do that more. And gifts, just gifts.
Yeah, we got a comment on YouTube that said, but where do you draw the line of gifting yourself and wasting money? And I think the line is literally that. Like, I haven't bought myself a gift in 26 years. I think I could splash out on myself on Eid this year.
Away from the line is that you need to bring yourself closer to the line. I think the line is when you're like spending outside your means, for example.
Yeah.
You're spending money on like if you have the money to buy nice things, mashallah, alhamdulillah, that's amazing. But if you're like borrowing money using credit cards, or you can't pay your bills but you're buying expensive jackets, like that's at your means. That's too much.
Yeah, I agree. That was, I think that was one of the comments that came after. Let's just have a sift through these comments quickly. Musa said, I bought my friend a pair of trainers for Eid because he had the same pair since we studied at uni. He was married and young and spent all his money to provide for his wife. It was the most touched I ever saw him. Those are the gifts people remember 20 years from now. Wow, that is a nice gift. See, I think stuff like that is so thoughtful, man. Like clocking that someone's like worn them trainers all the time, or clocking that they never spend money on themselves, you know.
Yeah.
Nafisa said, I struggle to buy people gifts. I'm going to be honest, I think I'm quite a good gift buyer. I think I'm quite a good gift buyer. And I think that the reason is, I think that when you're buying somebody a gift, you have to work your way down. So you have to think, what do I know that they would absolutely need or love, yeah? And then scale it down to your budget. So if you can afford that, get that. But most of the time, like for example, if I think about my brother, for example, I haven't bought Omar, my brother, an Eid gift yet, yeah? But I'm gonna do the process live for you guys. Here's the thinking process. It's gonna begin. So Omar, what could he have for Eid, yeah? I know that most of the things that he needs, he'll buy himself. So it has to be something that he wouldn't normally buy himself. Okay. Secondly, I know that he's into his cooking and stuff. However, I feel like if I bought him like a custom chopping board or something, which is like the go-to gift in my head, I'm thinking, oh, that's a gifty kind of thing that you wouldn't buy yourself. I think that's a rubbish gift. Like, bro, be honest, if you opened a custom chopping board, you'd be like, oh, thanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, Adam. That's what you'd be like. Oh, thanks. You probably already. Someone like Omar probably has a really cool chopping board that he's really probably invested in because it's a great chopping board. You know what I mean? So that's Adam. So they're the kind of gifts that I dislike. So I'm gonna say, okay, he likes cooking. He likes technology and stuff. I think Omar likes things that make his life more convenient. So that's a good category to go down. So I would start thinking, alright, cool, let me try and think about like what could make his life more convenient. So then I'm thinking along lines of like smart home items. For example, an item that would, I don't know, unlock his car without having to go into the car, which is just a key. That's just a key from his car.
You know what are they called? Roombas, the Hoover, the robot Hoover.
Yeah, that's a good gift.
That's a good gift because it's like practical. It's also quite expensive, but it's also like apparently they're amazing. Like I was checking reviews today and I was like, could I get one? But that's a good gift, and it's like techie as well. So it's like this might make my life better.
I also think that the easiest person to buy gifts for is like a mum, like your mum.
Yeah.
Because they're happy with most things, bro.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like, even if you get them like just like breakfast in bed or just like, I don't know, do the lawn, like, I don't know, like clean something without them asking. My mum will be happy. Like, oh my god, thank you so much. Or like Hoover.
No, you have to get something physical. I think you have to get something physical as a gift. Like someone giving breakfast in bed as a gift is like, come on.
Not as a gift, but I mean, like they're just generally like very grateful for the really little things that their children do for them. I think.
What's the best gift you say you've ever received? I know mine.
Oh man, best gift I've ever received. What you mean, like out of nowhere, surprise?
And I want to ask the people watching as well to comment the best gift you've ever received and why.
Best gift.
And we'll read some of them. We're only on here for another about 10 minutes, guys, because it's midnight now. The clock has struck 12. So we're going to be on till 12:15. Is that okay with you, Adam?
That is perfectly fine with me.
Fine. So we've got 10 minutes. So let's get in the comments the best gifts people have had and why. And Adam, you tell me yours. Or do you want me to say mine while you think?
You go first.
Okay, my best gift that I've ever received. And I think it hits all three of my conditions. A, would never buy it for myself, because I just think I can get away with not having one. I'm not going to spend that money on myself. B, it is very thoughtful and I use it all the time, literally every day. And C, what was the other condition that we said? Oh, I wasn't expecting. It's a surprise. I wasn't expecting it. Right? Hits all the conditions, and it was the Nespresso coffee machine that I use every day. My wife bought that for me as a gift.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, it's like, well, I would never buy myself an espresso because I'd be like, every time I would go to buy an espresso machine, I would never be able to justify it. Do you know what I mean, bro? Because I'd be like, well, instant coffee is £4 and it lasts for like 100 cups. You know what I mean? But, yeah. But bro, I use it every day, if not twice a day. So, best gift I've ever received.
Mine.
Someone said my baby boy. I think that's a good answer. But we're talking about. I think let's talk about gifts from humans. Otherwise, if we start mentioning the gifts from Allah, we'll be here all night.
We'll be here. It's like literally everything. Alhamdulillah. So what my best gift that I can think of, basically, back in the day, I was playing GTA. I was playing GTA, and I kept crashing the car. And my dad, basically, Allah bless him, he went to the supermarket, and he bought me like another, oh my god, my lights were the PlayStation.
Adam, you
PlayStation.
disappear.
One sec, my, you know what,
Your smart home.
my smart thing is set up in 2 seconds. There we go, back on. So basically, okay, I was.
Do you have a time limit on your smart bulb?
Basically, I don't know why. I think at like some time it just goes off by itself. It's a great.
You know you
advert.
can change that in the settings.
I should do that, but I don't know what I pressed. It just goes off by itself. Weird. But anyway, I was crashing the car in GTA, and my dad, Allah bless him, went to the supermarket just to get the shopping, and he just comes back and brings me like a new, better PlayStation controller, and he was like, "You should this may make you drive better." And I was like, "What? Amazing!" And it was a cool controller.
Nice.
I was like, "Oh, that was a lovely gift."
That's nice.
It was nice. It was nice.
I'm reading through the comments, and someone said my best gift was a travel prayer mat from a non-Muslim friend. That's really sweet. A non-Muslim friend getting you a travel prayer mat. Think about it. That's really nice. But best gift. It is a thoughtful gift.
It's the thoughtful ones when you like. I think it's like the meaning of the gift, because I think the thought that someone was thinking about you and they care about your well-being and they mean something to you. I think that's like the deep-rooted thing about gifts. It's like anyone who's like could just throw you a £50 Marks and Spencer voucher or something like that. Oh, thank you. Cool. I know you might buy something with it, but it's not as thoughtful and like the meaning behind it isn't as like rich.
One brother goes, or sister goes, "Is it sad that I can't think of any good gifts that I've received?" That's sad. I was going to try and say that's not sad, but that is a bit sad.
I mean, like, I guess it's like perspective as well. Like,
no, Adam, that's sad.
Is it sad? Is it because I can only think of one, but like, for example, when I want something like for my birthdays or like anything like Eid or something. I would just tell my mum and dad, and they would just give it. Like, actually, I don't know. Like, it's kind of sad.
What a lovely life you've lived, Adam.
What?
If I want something, I tell my mum and dad, I get it.
I meant surprise gifts.
Some of us haven't bought a gift for themselves in 26 years.
But alhamdulillah, like,
Alhamdulillah.
there's loads of gifts we get sometimes, and like what I was saying, I was like, say if I wanted something, I wanted a PlayStation game, I would say, Mum and Dad, I want this PlayStation game, and then they would get it for me for whatever occasion came up to. That was next, and I would be like, "Oh yeah, this is a great gift," because I told you to buy it. That for me is like, that's like all my gifts.
Nah, man, because one of the parts of a gift has to be as a surprise. It has to be, man. You have to be surprised by a gift. Bro, there's things that I like feel like I would like, right? But I can't tell my brothers and sisters now, Eid's coming up, can you give me this? Because that ruins the surprise. I'd rather be surprised. I'd actually rather be surprised and get something I'm never going to use, because I don't want to tell people what I feel like they should get me.
Yeah, I feel you. But I can't. I've only been surprised once in my life with a gift. Yeah, once. But yeah. What about a surprise party? That's a gift.
No, that's rubbish.
That is rubbish, isn't it?
That's so rubbish. I in some ways I'm so unsociable like that. Like, bro, I'm sometimes I'm like so like eccentric and loud, and then other times I'm like in a room full of people and I'm like the quietest person in that room.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
I don't know. Like, so not what? Like, be more specific. Like, I don't know. Is that like, it depends like how you feel that day. Maybe you just like, I can't be bothered. Maybe I'm not feeling that sociable.
I'm sorry. I thought you were carrying on your you ended that sentence as if you were gonna carry on.
Oh really? No.
Yeah, you ended it so abruptly, like there's gonna be more to it, and I thought it was like a lag or something. I was like getting ready to like just be all ears.
That was no story. That was no story.
And look at us like hydrating ourselves after iftar.
We have to.
Classic lad move. We're so hydrated. I've even finished my jar. Oh look, there's 5 minutes left of this live, guys. 5 minutes left, and then we're off ski. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm getting sorry, man. If it shuts down, I'm just getting one of those Adobe reminders. I can't put my screen. It's slowed me right down. You know, Adobe needs to be updated. Remind me later. All right, I've managed to take it off. Hopefully that doesn't slow down the stream. Okay, question for Faisal. As a father, how do you plan to keep your son balanced in his material interests? I think often it starts from childhood. I think that it's going to be hard not to spoil your own child, but I think I'm going to be better at it than my missus probably, because I do want my son to be able to value things when he gets them. And like, I want him to, for example, value Eid, right? And how do you value Eid if you look forward to the gifts that you Eid and stuff? And so I think that's one of them. And also like, I don't know, I don't see myself as someone who's just going to be constantly buying gifts for my kid, man. Like, I just don't, I feel like that can be quite counter productive in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. What's up? I mean, like, but then I guess your kids will only like start realizing these are actually gifts up until maybe they're like 5 or 6.
But you don't want your child to think that everything that they think of they get, innit?
True, that's true. That's a good point. Like, you have to work for something, or like, for example, if they're really good at school, I'll reward you with this, because you can't just be like, okay, you're in Tesco, I want that, okay, have it. Because that's not how the world works, is it? You have to work, and then you can gift yourself stuff.
After 26 years.
Yeah, after 26 years. Or just be like me and just gift random stuff.
Yeah. Do you know what the difficult thing is about these glasses? To be honest, the thing that I probably want the most is probably the glasses. But the issue with that is that when I buy them, I then have to send them off somewhere to get my lenses put in them, right? But all the opticians and stuff are closed right now, and Allah knows best how many months they're going to be closed for. And then I'm going to have glasses with no lenses in them.
That's rubbish.
So I think it's not. Then I feel like it's not worth it.
I don't know, man. You could always get the frame, have the frame, and wait until the optician's open, then just do it then.
Yeah, because I have these glasses as it is now.
You could do that. But I don't know, maybe you got to think of something else. Maybe a new hat. Maybe a new prayer mat. To be honest, I just start praying on the carpet. I don't even use a prayer mat much.
Yeah, same, bro. I pray on the carpet mostly. If I'm praying in my room or something, I pray on the carpet. My carpet's always clean.
The carpet. The prayer mat, I think it's like more for like when you're traveling and stuff, like when the floor's maybe dirty, chuck it down. But like, just pray on the floor.
Alright, we've got about 2 minutes left of this live. I'm saying like it's a hard cut-off point. At 12:15, everything shuts down.
The power goes off.
How have you told anybody the Dyson story since you heard it from me on the podcast? You must have. That was a cool story.
Which story?
The Dyson story. You've forgotten already how the Dyson came about.
The
ball barrow. The ball barrow. Remember on Freshly Learned I told you the Dyson story?
I can't remember. No, remind me. What dieting story? I can't remember this.
Dyson, the Hoover brand. It started because...
Oh, I thought you said dieting.
No, the Dyson.
But you said Dyson. I was like, what dieting story? Why were we talking about dieting? The Dyson story is the amazing story, yes. Dyson all day.
Have you told anybody that story?
No.
Wow.
No, not at all. Have I told anyone that story? No, I haven't told anyone the Dyson story. But I do want to get a Dyson.
Yeah, they're worth it. I have some really cool stories that I would love to be able to tell, but they're all like stories from my childhood that are really, really funny, but are a bit inappropriate. And so I can't really tell them on live stream. I'll probably tell you privately, but they're so funny. Like, because I was reflecting on them with my family yesterday, and I had some great stories of like, you know, when like you first find out about things, and you're an innocent child, right?
Yeah.
And so I have the funniest like ways like I found out about things, but I just can't like, it's just not appropriate to mention on live stream. But obviously I was an innocent child, but it's just the funniest thing like ever, bro. Oh man, I wish I could mention them. I probably can, but I'm not gonna. But I have some funny stories, man. It's a shame.
Oh man.
All right, bro. So let's wrap this up. So what are you planning to how are you planning to do Ramadan for the rest of Ramadan? What are your plans? By the way, I still haven't released my donut video that I mentioned in the Freshly Grounded episode. That's a story for me.
ASAP.
Do you know what, bro? I'm gonna re-record it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like shaky camera and the donuts didn't come out great and stuff. So I'm gonna re-record it and make them properly again.
I would watch that immediately.
Yeah, and you said you'll make. Have you tried my cookies?
No, I haven't got any baking equipment, flour. I don't even no, I have not. I have not. Simple answer. I'm sorry.
Have you watched my cookies video?
I saw the thumbnail, and I was like, I should watch that, but I have not watched it.
But you need to watch that. Before we go, I'm going to actually instruct people with two things. Guys, we're raising money for the Spot Project to build a girls' school in Gambia. So we'd love for you guys to go and donate to that by going to spotproject.org/freshly grounded. We're at £7,708. Alhamdulillah. We're just £2,292 away from getting our target of £10,000. Also, in the link in the bio should be, but might not be. I don't think it is, but should be. I don't think it is though. But should be. No, it's not. Orphan sponsorship, which I'm going to tell you guys the link right now for orphan sponsorship, which we're doing alongside Human Appeal, which is. Adam, hold the fort for a second while I find it.
So yeah, I'll hold the fort.
Tell them a story, bro.
I'll tell them a quick story. Basically, my advice is that don't eat pizza too late. If you're gonna have pizza, maybe have it in that. Don't have it like late afternoon, because don't be like me and have pizza close to 1 a.m. and you feel awful the rest of the day. So my pizza advice is pretty solid. So that's a story.
That's so. I need it to last a tiny bit longer. Sorry.
Profound was the word you're looking for there. Profound advice. Profound story.
Have you been practicing any jits while you've been at home?
What was that word?
You've been practicing any jits, bro?
I never college. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? No, I haven't, because I don't have anyone to do it on, and also all the gyms are closed, so it's rubbish. I can't.
Can't you jits by yourself?
You can't. You can jits, but stop. Why am I using your terminology? You can't. Not really.
Just doing a bit of jits in the house on the floor, rolling around doing some jits.
I'm doing some jits. Oh man. Doing some jits. Oh no, I was not doing any jits.
Okay, it's not loading, but the link for the orphan sponsorship that we're doing with Human Appeal is justgiving.com/fundraising/ get this is quite a long URL. Justgiving.com/fundraising/ freshly grounded orphan sponsorship. If somebody can write that in the comments, that'll be awesome, because I don't know how to do that at the same time. So that's justgiving.com/fundraising/ freshly grounded orphan sponsorship. And that's the orphan sponsorship that we're helping Human Appeal out with. And then the Spot one is on the screen, spotproject.org/freshly grounded. And Adam, do you want to push any? Are you promoting helping any charities fundraising this month of giving, like a good Muslim?
No.
Don't tell me that. I know that the answer is going to be yes, because you're going to be helping in the month of giving. So just tell the people the link that you're helping towards, Adam.
The link.
Just hit us with the link. That's all we want.
The Spot Project.
What charity are you helping with this month, Adam?
Spot Project. There you go.
Doesn't sound very convincing.
Very convincing. No, I need to sort that out. So usually it kind of picks up like towards the end, and we come into the middle. So inshallah, you'll
what picks up? You just the link. The link comes about.
The link comes up. You want me to do something now? I don't understand.
Why don't you raise money for like some kind of jits charity?
maybe my own jits charity. Maybe I could do a campaign to stop people using the term jits.
Is that a Jits t-shirt you're wearing?
This is a jiu-jitsu t-shirt, yeah. I don't know what it says. I didn't have any clean clothes, so I just put this on.
That's nice. Thanks for that. Thanks for joining me in my live with no clean clothes.
It's not. You know what? I put this on because you can't see, because it's black. You can't see it's not iron.
Really appreciate that. That's a great note to end the live on. Will you join me again at some point in Ramadan for another live if it's demanded?
If it's demanded, we'll come back on.
If we can try and put some smiles on people's faces.
If it was good and made you laugh and happy and smile in this time, alhamdulillah, of course.
Okay, Adam, you stay there because I want to tell you these stories that are really funny. But I just can't put myself to put it on live on YouTube. But maybe I'll check them through with you, and if you like, and if you think any of them are appropriate, then I will. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. I don't know if anyone enjoys these lives because they go on way too long, and we absolutely don't do anything. And it's like freshly grounded BTEC version. That's what these lives are. But if you want to see me keep doing lives every now and again on YouTube in Ramadan, do let me know if you're enjoying them at all, or if they're just completely boring. My first question is, why are you watching them? But the second question is, how can we improve, or should I just stop? Please do comment that below. I'm just reading the comments. Cool. Enjoy, guys. Have a lovely evening and make the most of your time. It's 12:30. Sahur is in a few hours. Try and do some reading or something, and I'm going to stop preaching. Adam, any last words that you want to say? From Adam, the Jits Afghan?
Stay close to Allah in this time. Keep close to the Book of Allah, and Allah will keep close to you. Inshallah.
And just to end it, just hit us with your charity link. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, guys. Enjoy. Spotproject.org/freshlygrounded, justgiving.com/fundraising/freshlygrounded orphan sponsorship, patreon.com/freshlygrounded. Love you. Adam, just your link and then we'll go. Okay, great. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Goodbye.